So, I'm looking for a job. I find the jobs in demand. I match my skills and my qualifications with the jobs in the market. I search for ads on the internet. I go online. I search for the job teaching positions, teaching jobs in Ontario, teaching jobs in the city of Toronto, accounting jobs. What jobs? Any jobs. And then, of course, I look at the ads. And I start reading the ads, but before that, I look at my own expectations. How desperate I am. Like, am I really desperate? Do I really need a job so bad? Or, well, I can be a little choosy. You know choosy? Choosy? So if I'm really desperate, we say something in English, we say beggars can't be choosers. Have you heard that?
No.
Beggars can't be choosers. So they say beggars can't be choosers. If I'm so desperate I can't choose anything, I should just get anything anyone gives me, right? Any job I get. Yeah. So like beggars can't be choosers. I should get any job that comes my way because beggars can't be choosers. But if I have some time and I can be a little choosy, that is I can choose and I can look at my options. I can take a look at my options and say which one is better and decide which one is better. So I look at the ads and I look at my expectations of pay, working conditions, location, hours, transportation issues and all that. Whether the job is full-time or part-time. And then I look at the ads. In the ads, what do the ads tell me? There are certain things that every ad, it tells me what kind of company I'm looking for. I'm looking at, actually, the ad, the job. So every job has a job description, right? What's the job description?
The skill necessary for the...
No, job description is they're telling me what kind of job that is and what kind of things I'll be expected to do in the job. The description of the job. What is my job description? So for example, they would say, this is a teaching position. Now the teachers are expected to do this. These are the list of my duties. List of, and then list of duties, and what? Risk what?
Responsibility.
List of duties and responsibilities. So I need to have a job description, okay? They describe the job. This is a job. And these are the things that you will be doing. Here's the list of your responsibilities. The person who will have this job will have to do heavy work, physical work, be able to carry this much weight, or will have to be working with so many people. The job entails or consists of doing this, that, maybe lifting heavy things, maybe not lifting heavy things, maybe just there's a lot of paperwork. What it tells you what the job is like, or what the responsibilities are. The person will have to be will have to work with so many people, work under pressure, this and that. And then it tells me, it gives me the qualifications. And also there's a section for requirements, right? Requirements. For example, the requirements, do you need a university, a post-secondary degree? Post-secondary degree? Or high school diploma is enough? Is there a degree or certificate? How many N number of years of experience? X years of experience. Some say experience is a must. Some say it's an asset. an asset. What's the difference between a must and an asset? If they say, for example, experience in banking is an asset, it means it's good to have it. But if they say it's a must, you must have it. You must have it. If they tell me that a diploma or a post-secondary degree is a must, it's a must, you must have it. If it's an asset, it's good to have it. It means your resume will be more competitive. Competitive. Competition? There are many competitors and competitive. A competitive job, a competitive position, a competitive resume. If you say there's a lot of competition in this job, it means a lot of people are competing, right? A lot of people are competing. There's a lot of competition. It's a highly competitive position. There's a lot of competition. A lot of people are competing for this job. So you look at the ad. You see the job description? The job ad. So you look at the job description, what the job is like, what job you're looking at. There's a list of duties and responsibilities, qualifications that they're looking for, and requirements. The requirements, you need them. And then, of course, they'll tell you how you can apply, how to apply. How to apply. Which is usually, sometimes they just email your resume and cover letter. Only we thank you for your interest. They usually write, we thank you for your interest, but only the resumes that are successful will be contacted. Only the candidates or job seekers that are successful will be contacted. Only the resumes that are successful will be contacted. Yeah? Sometimes they say apply in person. Please don't email us, don't call us, apply in person. Just come over and apply. Drop off your resume. And maybe there's a... Sometimes they say, you can call us. They also leave a telephone number where you can call. Yeah? All possible options. Yeah, look at all options, and all options are possible. Job description. Competitive, competition, competitors. So the requirements could be your degree, your education, it could be post-secondary, it could be like a high school diploma, it could be years of experience, at least 2 years of experience in banking, minimum 2 years of experience in banking, so on and so forth. And then you apply. So when you apply, of course, what do? You email your cover letter and your resume, or you go in person and you apply. What is the purpose? The purpose of applying in the first place is getting the job? No. First, you need to get an interview. So to get or land an interview, so we will talk about that, how to write a resume and what to say. So after you apply, so first I apply, then I hope to get an interview. So I need to have interview skills and get ready for an interview. Of course, it's very important to be able to land an interview to get an interview. Once you get a face-to-face opportunity to present yourself and your skills and abilities, it's important to know how to present yourself. What are some of the major things that you have to keep in mind for an interview? First thing is you should be on time, right? On time. Punctual. Oh, something that I forgot to mention, qualifications. One of the most important things in the qualifications section, in the ads and all that, and your resume of course, is talking about the fact that you have great interpersonal skills or relations. You are a team worker. You know, we have teamwork and team worker. You're a good team worker. Your ability for, you can do a lot of teamwork and work under pressure. Work under pressure. That you are adaptable, friendly, and flexible. And things like that. On time, punctual, reliable, dependable, hardworking. So, responsible. So it's important for your resume to reflect these things, these qualities. You need to be hardworking, not lazy, very active, energetic, cheerful, full of energy, lively. Employers don't want to see long faces. They want to see people who are happy and energetic and they radiate good energy. People who are hardworking, at the same time they have great teamwork. The team workers. People who can work under pressure and meet tight deadlines, to meet the ability to meet those people who are able to work under pressure and meet tight deadlines. They don't like people who easily lose their cool and they get nervous easily and then, and get stressed out. If somebody finds out that you easily get stressed out, especially under a little pressure, they don't like you. If they know you're not a team player, they don't like you. If you're too individualistic, they don't like you. They need people who are obedient. You know obedience? Like yes men.
Yes.
Very, very important for them. They don't like to have people who disagree with them all the time. They need to have obedient people. If you're obedient, to obey the rules, to obey the rules. If you obey the rules, that's what's important for them. Somebody who says yes and obeys the rules, not somebody who stands against them. So these are some of the qualities. Some of the qualities are important. And of course your resume or your cover letter should reflect it. And usually in the qualification section, you write that I am hardworking, patient, patient, adaptable, flexible, able to work under pressure and meet tight deadlines.
To meet tight deadlines.
Yeah, because usually they might, in some jobs, some professions, they give you should finish your work in 2 hours. That's a tight deadline. You must be able to finish the work in 2 hours. So once you have to finish in 2 hours, That's a tight deadline. You must be able to meet the tight deadline. Yeah? You must be able to meet tight deadlines. And you must be patient. A great worker. Very obedient. That's what companies and corporations like. Employers like to see this. Now, you should prove this in your resume, in your cover letter, and when you go to the interview, also, they should see this. Of course, your interview skills, your language, the tone of your voice, and everything should be respectful and formal. Yes? The way you dress. The way you dress. You know, in some companies we have something called dress code. Yeah? For example, in some companies you cannot dress casually. In my previous job as a journalist, the one I was on TV, I could not dress casually. I needed to have a suit, sometimes a tie. So I couldn't dress very casually. So there's a dress code. Can you wear, for example, like short skirts, no short skirts, skirts or pants? These are all dress code. Business casual, casual, formal, that's a dress code. So, and then of course the interview skills is the way I talk, my language, am I formal? So I should be formal, the way I dress, the way I walk in. Of course when you go for an interview you should be calm and not stressed out, not get nervous. Respectful but confident. It's good to be respectful yet confident and confident. Employers like to know that you are respectful, but at the same time, they don't like people who are not confident. They don't like weak people. You need to be confident that yes, you are the right person for the job. When you go to an interview, or an internship interview, whatever that is, that person should see you as a respectful, patient, hardworking person who has all of this. At the same time, that person is confident. If you think you cannot do the job, you should sound like, well, I have all these abilities and all this experience, and I think I'm the right person for this position. But the person should not think you're rude or overconfident. No. But confidence is good. So, you should never look at your time, your clock, and so if it's going on. You should answer all the questions respectfully and patiently. And you should think about every question that they ask you. Sometimes they ask you questions like, what is your expectation, the salary? You better have an answer for it. They may ask you so we have behavioral interviews that are different from just, behavioral interviews. Behavioral interviews. They are usually psychological. Psychological and behavior interviews. They want to know about how you behave in the workplace. They want to see all this. The purpose is getting here. They may ask you questions because they want to know how you act when you are in a tense situation. Do you stress easily? Do you panic? They want to know if you panic. Oh. Yeah? What do you do? If it's a server job, it's full of it's hard work, right? They want to know if you panic easily, if there are too many customers, and what do you do? If it's a teaching position, they may ask me, how do you deal with a difficult student who's doing this and that in your class? How do you deal with like this kind of situation, that kind of situation? They want to know whether or not. So basically, remember we had this word. What should you do? The purpose of an interview for you is to make a good impression, right? To make a good first impression on the interviewer. So that person is the interviewer. You are the interviewee, yeah? Your job is to make a good impression, good first impression of the person. Yeah? That you're a personable, friendly person with a smile and very professional, right? You know, professional. You know what that means. So you're a professional person. Yes? Yes. So these are all the things that the person wants to know in the interview. So if the interview is successful, usually people say, we will call you, don't call us. But then you go home. It's good to follow up the interview with a thank you letter or an email. Thank you for the opportunity. And then you need to follow up, right? And please, I look forward to receiving the whatever. And then you can follow up. And then of course, sometimes this leads to a job, sometimes to a period that is not necessarily a job yet. What would it lead to? An interview, if your interview is successful, you may receive a letter that your interview is successful, and then you may go for what? This may lead to an actual job, or a period. The first period is trial period, right? Now this trial period for jobs is called probation, right? Probation, and we have probationary period. If you're on probation, maybe 2 months on probation, 1 month you work on probation. On probation, you work on probation for a month. You may start with an internship first. Internship. If it's practical work, there is apprenticeship, right? You first start as an apprentice, right? For example, if you want to become an electrician, what does an electrician do? You should first go work, actually work, and learn. There's a training period, right? Sometimes they train you, there's training. Sometimes there's internship. And internship could be paid or unpaid. Yeah? It's a period that could be paid, could be unpaid. But if you're on probation, it means it's a testing period. Yes, Claudia?
Yes, this.
Probation. What would you say for probation in German?
Probezeit?
So it's close, very close.
Yes.
So probation is the period when you're working, but it's a trial period. They're testing you. Trial period is testing. When you buy a CD online, or a software or program, you can buy a trial version, right? For 1 month you try it. If you don't like it, if you like it, you'll buy it. After 1 month, you'll purchase it. So work and jobs are like that too. So there's probation for maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And after that, if they like you, if you like them, then you get the job. For interview or also job, we also have the word to land. To land a job or an interview. It means to get. You finally landed a job with the TD Bank. We'll definitely talk about different types of jobs as well. So you get a job, and you start. So we go over, they give you a schedule, and you have shifts, morning shifts, afternoon shifts, evening shifts, the number of hours, and you will have a supervisor or a manager to work with, and you start working. After some period of training or probation, then you start the regular job, and you'll have your regular job hours. Yeah, could be part-time, full-time. Sometimes you have on-the-job training. On-the-job training. Sometimes no. Now, when we have different jobs, we have some words. When I work in a company, the company has regular hours. That could be 9 to 5. Could be 9 to 5, a 9 to 5 job. Some companies offer flex time. Or like the Brits would say flexi time. What does that mean? What's a flex time? What's flex time?
You can start like from 8 until.
For example, I should go to work for 8 hours a day. 8 hours. Instead of from 9 to 5, I can go to work from 8 to 4, 7 to 3, or 10 to 6. The company allows me. I'm a mom. Have a baby. So I need to drop my baby at school and then go to work. So if I have to drop my baby at school at 9, I can be at work at 9:30. And I leave my child at daycare. I'll go collect my baby at 6, at whatever 5:30 instead of 5. So the job allows me, that's flex time. Some companies are very strict and rigid, and they have rigid, strict schedules, so they don't allow you to do that. Well, flex time is an issue. Some companies offer transportation mileage fee. You know, some of them, they give you company car. Some of them give you transportation, provide transportation. Some of them offer mileage fee, that is, they pay for your gas, the gas of your car. Some paid leave, unpaid leave, and all that, the bonuses and benefits. But apart from that, how do we describe different kinds of jobs? You can say, I love my job, or I hate it. Now you can say, my job is very demanding. You may not hate it. Demanding, challenging. Some people work from home. Work from home. Some people say, oh, it's good working from home. The advantages and disadvantages. Some people say, I love my job because it's very rewarding. A rewarding job. A rewarding job. What's a rewarding job? Rewarding job is not a job that only gives you a lot of money. It could help you learn a lot of things. You can see the progress of your students and you love it and you enjoy it. It's highly rewarding because you can see you're helping people. It's highly rewarding because I can learn a lot. It's rewarding also because I make money. So a rewarding job is not just, the reward is not always money. You should keep that in mind. A challenging job is full of challenges. My job is full of challenges. Full of challenges, right? Full of challenges. It's a demanding job. It means I should do a lot. It's very demanding. If it's negative, it's stressful, right? So working from home, for example, has its advantages and disadvantages that we should talk about. You don't have to pay for transportation, you don't have to go anywhere, but you don't get to meet people. Some people love their jobs because they get to meet people. Yeah? It's a job because it's very, you get to meet people. Some people don't like it. They like to sit in a quiet place and just work alone. Some people like to work alone. To work alone. Some people hate it because it has long working hours. Long working hours. Yeah? Long working hours. I don't want to work 10 hours a day, for example, but I have to. Overtime. Yeah? Some people have paid or unpaid lunch hour. So we have lunch hour, lunch break. It could be a lunch hour, like here. You have a lunch hour. It could be a lunch break, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. That's a lunch break. Is your lunch hour paid? Is your lunch break paid? You have paid breaks or unpaid breaks. You can talk about it. Like in a restaurant, sometimes they have a free lunch or a free dinner, free coffee in the mornings. So I love my job because my job is very stressful. I don't like it. It's full of stress. Full of stress. No? My job is very relaxing. Is there a relaxing job?
There are.
Sometimes there's a relaxed job. It's very easy, difficult. Easy job, difficult job, challenging job, stressful, full of responsibility, so on and so forth. So we'll continue this discussion on different types of jobs, what they're like, and a few more words about jobs. And also different kinds of jobs themselves. I'll look at jobs and list jobs maybe.